Ms. Regina Brinkley, affectionately known as Ms. Regina. We want to let you know you are greatly appreciated, greatly loved, and we want to wish you well on your next journey in retirement. We just want to let you know that you are an intricate part and have been an intricate part of GAMP for many, many years. You've made GAMP run smoothly. We want to thank you for your service. Thank you for the love that you shared and that you've exhibited to not only administration, not only the faculty, but most importantly, the relationship you have with our students. They love you as much as you've demonstrated how much you love them and have gone above and beyond the call of duty. So we want to thank you for your years of service. We're going to wish you well, but most importantly, don't be a stranger. We expect to see you back here more often than not. We love you. God bless. Take care.
I have the awesome privilege of giving the farewell message to Miss Susan Chela. Sue, on behalf of the GAMP staff, I just want to give you a huge thank you. Thank you so much for being able to keep the front office running and being a one-woman show. From being able to answer the phone, to taking messages, to reaching out to teachers in no time flat, to responding to emails, to helping with home and school, to helping organize school selection. You are truly a one-woman show. All of your efforts will definitely be missed and the joy that you bring to the main office. Having been with you for the last 2 years, I can definitely say that you have kept me sane. And I'm sure that you've done the same for every predecessor that you have worked with. We also would like to tell you, please don't be a stranger. Make sure that you come back. We would love to see your face, and we'd love to be able to hear about the grandbabies. Also, I'd like to share a memory that everyone doesn't know about. The first day that Miss Chela and I worked together, I blasted my music in the main office, kind of giving Mrs. Chela a little bit of a startle. And Mr. Holcomb said, "Oh, things might be a little different around here." What I didn't know was that would be the start of developing an awesome friendship with someone who would dance with me in the office when we would close the door sometimes. And sometimes when we couldn't make it to the door closing, you would still make sure that I knew to keep the music going and to keep the joy running. For that, I thank you. We will miss you and we love you. See you soon.
For all of you that know anything about Mrs. Mann, you understand that it is only fitting that I dress appropriately as I pay tribute to a wonderful teacher, colleague, and personally my best friend. Mrs. Mann has spent over 40 years touching the lives of those who have had the privilege of being her student, roughly 3 decades of which have been at GAMP. Those that enter into the teaching profession know that we become teachers for the purpose of making a difference in the lives of the students we teach, guiding them to the reality that they can and will achieve their goals and be the best that they can be. Mrs. Mann's steadfast commitment to each and every student has allowed countless students to realize their dreams. Her doors never close to anyone who needs her never-ending patience, calm demeanor, and words of reassurance. Many would say that the most challenging aspects of teaching is engaging your students so they can become interested in learning with the hope of creating lifelong learners. First of all, there is no better role model than Mrs. Mann, who has never shied away from an opportunity to continue learning and growing as both a teacher and an individual. It is with that in mind that Mrs. Mann works tirelessly at planning, working to ensure that all students will be actively engaged in her lessons, an extremely challenging task for a teacher of students from all over the city, entering the 5th grade with a wide range of skills. Mrs. Mann has always embraced the challenge of meeting the diverse needs of her students. She makes herself available at all hours of the day, arriving long before the first bell, working through her lunch, and staying long after everyone has gone home. Mrs. Mann also makes every effort to attend as many student events as possible, including sporting events and musical performances. I personally know that we have gone together to every play in the last 24 years, and Mrs. Mann has attended several before I arrived at camp. Mrs. Mann isn't just a phenomenal teacher, but the very best friend and colleague anyone could ask for. She always makes herself available to a colleague needing information, advice, or just to vent. She is our school's go-to person whenever anyone needs anything done, a question answered, or just anything in general. On a personal note, I will never forget the first time I met Mrs. Mann. It was a brutally hot day in the August of 1996. I came in to set up my new classroom. I was met with the kindest smile and the warmest disposition, but a very firm, "You're an Eagles fan, right?" Well, the only answer had to be yes, which it was. Your answer could never be, "Well, no, actually I'm a Cowboys fan." That would be the ultimate deal breaker. Over the years, I have had the privilege of working very closely with Debbie. She is not only my best friend, but someone my husband, my sons, and I call family. Her passion towards everything that she cares about is infectious. I have looked forward to work every day knowing that Debbie and I will always be there for each other. I don't know what I will do without her and her smiling face at 7 o'clock in the morning. Debbie, you will be deeply missed more than I can say. From the liveliness you bring whenever you enter a room, your constant positive energy, your endless enthusiasm, and your complete professionalism and dedication to your unwavering commitment to your students, colleagues, and the overall GAMP community. You are truly impossible to replace. Having you as a colleague, my best friend, an important part of my family, has truly been a blessing. From the bottom of our hearts, from the bottom of my heart, we love you, Debbie.